All right, we are live on YouTube. Today is Thursday, June 23rd, depending on where you are in the world. And this is our fortnightly community outreach meeting. Before we jump into the agenda, we should go around and everyone should do a quick introduction. If you can share your name, where you're joining from, and if there's something you'd like to share with the group, not on the agenda, you can go ahead and do that. I will go first, and then I will call on the next person to go. This is called popcorn, so we'll go around and keep everyone on their toes for who is going next. I'm Jen Lampton, joining from Oakland, California. I'm working on the Backdrop event site today. I'm hoping to wrap that up in preparation for Backdrop Live next month, which I'm really excited about. Sarvashri, do you want to go next?
Yeah, my name is Sarvashri, and I'm in Walnut Cove, North Carolina, and I'm interested in helping beginners get going with Backdrop. Let's see, let's go with Martin.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm in United Kingdom. I'm sort of quite enjoying doing lots of stuff with templates and theming at the moment, and getting ready to make the site live, which I'm quite excited about. So I'm going to go.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Gogo and I'm calling in from Nigeria. I'm a designer and I'm currently working on the Backdrop website. Yeah, thank you.
Do you want to call on the next person to introduce themselves?
I can go.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm Joseph. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I have no idea what's going on because I've missed all the meetings for over a month. So yeah, I'm back and excited to see what's been going on.
We're happy to have you back.
And I guess Tim is last.
I think so. I think I'm the last one. So I'm Tim Erickson. I'm St. Paul Tim. I'm in Deerwood, Minnesota, and I guess my big backdrop project lately has been the Contria mod or project site that I've been working on. But we're a couple weeks away from Backdrop Live, and so I'm excited to get to work on that. And I think that will probably be the focus of our meeting today. Although if other people have other things they want to bring up, they should let us know, and let's just go ahead and transition to that. Yeah, let's jump right in. And first of all, just ask if anybody has anything other than Backdrop Live that's outreach related that they would like for us to talk about today. No?
Okay, so since the event is about some weeks away, I wanted to ask if I wanted to know where we are on the design, like banners. It's going to be an online, a virtual one. So yeah, I wanted to ask about banners and all those designs for probably awareness or posts.
Sure. For Backdrop Live?
Yes, for Backdrop
Okay.
Live.
Good. Actually, excellent question. And there are some places where you might be able to help us here. So first of all, just I'm not sure if you're aware, Backdrop Live is a virtual event. This will be like our 5th one or 6th one now. We do them every 4 months, and it's an unconference. So the schedule is determined a lot by the participants. And it's happening in the 15th, is that right? What's the dates? Somebody can grab the dates for us.
July 15th and 16th.
July 15th and 16th is when it starts. One of the things that we could use is, because it's a virtual, we don't need a physical banner, but what we could use is something to use in social media. We have some previous examples that we've done, we could use something more up to date and current, just a little graphic, I guess, that we could use to spread in social media. We could also use that on the website and some other places. So that would be one sort of graphic need for Backdrop Live. Are there any other? Is there anything else that either we've done in the past and we need a new one of, or that we haven't had in the past that would be helpful that you can think of? Anybody?
Okay,
Yeah.
so the banners I was talking about, those banners you see on the website, not really physical banners.
Okay. Which I need a little more clarification. When you say the banners
Okay,
you
like
see on the website,
for an example,
Yep.
on the Backdrop website, we can have like a banner, just a very small post informing visitors about the event, not necessarily going through events.backdropcms.org.
sure. So I'm going to call up the website quick and we can talk about that. Is it coming? So something that looks better. So currently, in the past, we've just dropped some text either above or below the top. It wasn't very planned. It was something we sort of added quickly at the end. I don't remember if we had this design before the last Backdrop Live or not. But right now we have these 3 blocks. Doing something a little more attractive is certainly one option. If you have another option that's different, we'd be, I guess, open to hearing that. Is there anything else that we can or should be doing on backdrop.org to promote Backdrop Live? This is your question now, Gogo, right?
Yes, that's it. So I'm going to do a quick design, and then I'll probably share it on Zulip.
Sure. If we search for Backdrop CMS Live and we do an image search, you'll see this is all we've done in the past, is something like this, but you should, not feel constrained at all. Here's another thing we should do. We will point out that we've decided we don't, or our designer has asked us not to use the logo sideways like this. So be sure not to reproduce that. The logo should be, if you're using this long logo, it should be displayed horizontally. Other than that, you have a lot of freedom.
Wasn't that just about the actual mark? Because I think, do correct me, Jen, if I'm wrong, but I think are we allowed to put Backdrop going vertically, but the mark always has to have the fold in the bottom right? Is that right?
Yeah, so the fold needs to be in the bottom right for the square. But I think it would be really confusing if we had the word vertical and rotated the logo, because then if you read the word Backdrop, now the fold's in the bottom left. So I think if we're going to use the word and the logo together, they should probably be in the same orientation, at least in the font. But yeah, the designer's concern was that anytime there is the Backdrop square, it needs to have the fold in the lower right.
Here's another thing that one of our community members did for us in the last Backdrop Live. So we've done a few things that none of which I think have been super, a lot of work. Well, I shouldn't say that, because some people might have put work into these. But anyways, we don't have anything that's like permanent, or that we've officially decided on. We've just got a couple of different examples of things that different people have done over the last year and a half. So,
okay, so I was just going to ask, do we have like an agenda, a document that we probably will look through during the event, so that we can actually prepare like slides or say a deck for the event?
So the event is an unconference, and it's in the past it's been focused on discussions as opposed to slides, and the agenda is developed by the participants. So we don't have a full agenda in advance. The agenda gets built as we lead up to the event.
Okay,
So we're
so
going to get it. We're going to get an update on that in a minute in terms of what the status of that is. This time we will be having some slideshow or, opportunity. We're encouraging some people to do presentations that might include slides. And so another possible use would be like some Drupal camps have kind of a slide format that we've never done that before.
okay,
Go ahead.
So, but I just wanted to ask if we're going to have like sessions, like different sessions.
Yes, but the session schedule gets built as we go, and we have not started. We're going to start building that. Well, Jen, could you jump in and give us an update?
Okay,
Sure.
so I'm just thinking in my head that we can have like templates where when the schedule is built, we can actually update on the fly, and then
Yeah, we've got that.
I think that will work.
Yeah. So in terms of the schedule, like if you click on that link in the sidebar that says view the next schedule there, Tim, we do have a schedule already set up. I'm working on getting it so that the dates, this is left over from last month's or last quarter's event. So I'm working on getting the dates updated. And then right now we only have one like open slot in one open session in every time slot. We're going to get it so that it'll be really easy to just generate another set for every possible place where we have a talk. We also, the way this has been done in the past is that slides have been discouraged because we want everybody in the discussion room to have an equal opportunity to speak. Whereas if you have one person with a set of slides, then it usually ends up being more of a lecture and less of a conversation. We have been getting a sort of requests from the community to be able to have that kind of content. So this time, I think it's block B, Tim. We're going to try and reserve, correct me if I'm wrong there, but all of the slots in block B to be presentations instead of conversations. And so this is the first one where we're actually going to say slides are encouraged in block B instead of discouraged. So yeah, if we wanted to do a slide template, that would be this is a good time to do it because we've never done it before. But yeah, that's definitely something we're open to. In terms of an agenda, as people register for the event, they can specifically request conversation topics, or they can state that they want to lead a conversation on one of these topics. And as those come in, Tim and I usually add them into the schedule, usually mostly Tim. But we're trying to make it so that people will be able to add their own and choose their own time that works best for them.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see it start to fill out.
Right. As soon as we get these dates and times fixed, then we have, I think people will start to fill this in. And so that's been the thing we've been kind of waiting on. And how close are we to getting that? Do we need to just go in and do this manually, or
No,
in the automation?
I automated it. We just
Okay.
need to deploy it to the site. I want to do one more round of testing today, and then we can deploy it, not update
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So hopefully maybe later today we get that deployed. And, okay. We have a newsletter that is mostly ready to go out. And we were kind of waiting on the schedule before we did that. And now I'm not sure. We might want to wait till Monday before we send the newsletter out. I'm not sure if it's a big value of sending it out on Friday. But so that has been slowing us up, or waiting to get the, Jen and I have manually went in and like updated the time slots for all of the different sessions in all of the previous Backdrop lives. And she's automating that process to make it much easier. And that's what we're working on deploying right now. Any questions or comments about that? Okay. I'm going to quit sharing my screen for a minute.
Jan's keyboard is really loud.
I think
That's
Jen
mine.
just,
I muted. Sorry,
she
my microphone is right next to my keyboard. It's a problem.
I was looking for, so there's, give me 1 second. I'm looking for a Google Doc and it's not where I think it should be. Where is it? Well, I should be able to schedule. There we go. I'll share my screen again. This is something we used to use for scheduling Backdrop Live, and we're not doing this anymore, but it's something that it'll be helpful just right now until we get the schedule up on the website. We can kind of see what we have in mind. There were 2 changes that we made. So Jen, you were saying block B was reserved for the presentations. And technically, based on our old schedule, that would be true. There's this idea, or this schedule shows a different idea though, which is we had this block, what was block D, which was like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in Pacific time in the US, which never got a lot of attention. The idea was that this would be good for folks in, for example, European or Asian time zones. And we haven't had good luck on this. And one thought is that maybe the problem is that it's Saturday instead of Friday. And we discussed the idea. I don't know that we're committed to this yet. I think we should make a decision today if we want to do this, which is moving that block. We tried this once at the very first Backdrop Live, moving that to Friday so that there are these European time slots. I posted a note in Zulip asking if any of our European participants thought this would help. And the most strongest reaction I got was, can't hurt to try. But what I was really hoping is people would commit and say, oh yeah, if it were Friday, then I would host a session. And nobody's really done that yet. So I'm not sure if we should even do this because we just haven't got anybody to do sessions in this time slot. What do people think about that? Should we try it? I think no decision has been yet to do this. So if there isn't anybody that thinks that this is a good idea, I think we should just maybe pass on that this time.
Is there a way to notify the European group to see who's interested in doing
Well,
patients?
I posted a note in Slack and some of our active European participants responded. I mean, but their response was sort of, it can't hurt to try. I haven't gotten anybody that said, yes, I think that we'll get more participation on Friday than Saturday, or I'm more likely to participate on Friday than Saturday. So that I find a bit discouraging. And my concern is if we add this to the schedule and we get one person that signs up for it, or I just don't see it working unless there are some people that are committed to making it work and some people that are volunteering to do sessions, and we're not getting that. So
And that's the main thing. It needs to be a draw by a European speaker
yeah,
to the European community that is exciting for them to attend.
so,
It has to be something that they
okay.
would, resonate with. Then you'll get participation.
So the 2 big changes we were contemplating was that one, and the other one is taking what was block B and could be block B again. This one, the time from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. East Coast time, and making this one reserved for structured presentations and recording those. And that I think we are committed to doing. And it's so other than that, the schedule looks pretty much the same. And will look the same once we get it up on backdrop.org or on the event site. Okay. Jen, I don't know if you've had anything to say on this. Remember, you're muted. Should we just skip the European thing?
That was a nod yes from her.
Okay.
Yes, that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So we'll just leave our schedule pretty much the way it is, except that we won't have a block E, I guess. So, or that was the letters will all shift one up. So this will be A, this will be B, and we won't have block D. Okay. I'm going to quit sharing my screen again. Are there any other? So we will need to start getting the word out as soon as possible. So far, we've tweeted a few times. We did mention it in our last newsletter, sort of a save the date that went out about 3 weeks ago. I'm checking right now. Last I checked, we only had 3 or 4 people registering. We haven't really, most of our regular participants don't start registering until, we really get promoting it. So we need to get some buzz going in Zulip and really start reaching out to our regulars and also promoting it on social media. So Martin, I assume that you'll be willing, I'm hoping that you'll be willing to push it in LinkedIn.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
if GoGo is able to provide us with any kind of graphic, that would be really helpful.
I mean, my requirements for graphics for LinkedIn, what works best for LinkedIn posts is a reasonably high resolution square graphic, and the other requirement is that the text needs to be reasonably accessible. So need to have a reasonably good contrast between the text and any background, so it's easily readable by those. So those are my main requirements for any graphics. If you sort of come up with template ideas, I use Affinity Designer, so I can then sort of put any text together and use it for supplementary announcements. But if you can come up with some graphics, that'd be really good.
Okay, so I was just all smiling because I also use Affinity Designer.
Ah, great.
All right, so I think to me the most important thing on graphics like that is content. So probably just put the word together and then send to me on Zulip. I'll put together the graphics.
Sure. Does anybody have any input or feedback for GoGo on what makes a good graphic for social media? Okay. Well, GoGo, I think we'll be relying on you to come up with something that looks great. and certainly if you want to bounce any drafts off of us in Zulip or something, I think we'll be provide feedback. I did just look, and we've got about 6 or 7. There are a number of people, 3 or 4 people have registered since I last looked. So that's good. Without much prompting, we're at 6. So to let you know, GoGo or anybody else that's new, this event, I think our last event, we had about 65 people register. And I think once we start, get the emails out, and we'll do a special mailing to the previous participants, and that will we'll start to see our numbers jump a bit. We do have Atten Design, right? So this surprised me that they already have suggested a. Did you help with that, Jen? I assume, or help get that on the site? the marketing backdrop CMS for large scale complex projects. Nope,
I don't remember putting that
Well,
on the site.
that's already
Oh.
there. I didn't do it.
Is it? Yeah, I don't remember. I might have.
I mean, did you have any? So it's. I don't think it's from last time, is it? I'm going to share my screen again. This is what I'm looking at right here. If we go to this,
Oh yeah.
yeah, if we go to the
Yeah,
schedule,
yes.
so somebody placed that on, and I don't know if they got in and were able to do it themselves or if you helped them.
They created the post and I scheduled it in that slot,
Okay.
I think.
And
Yeah,
this
and
is,
then that's how my work got started on updating the time slots, because he's like, I noticed that all the time slots were the wrong date, and I was like, oh, I have to update those manually. No,
Right.
I don't. I'm gonna automate it. So yeah, thanks.
excellent. So this is a really good session to have on our agenda already. I think it's going to be interesting to people, and it's one we should probably promote.
Yeah. On a related
Mhm.
Stanford note, I just had a pop up on the LinkedIn feed. They mentioned Backdrop because they're doing doing a Drupal mounting camp in Switzerland, explaining about their migration from Drupal 7 to Backdrop. So
That starts today.
They've given a mention to Backdrop there. So
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter today. There were some tweets going around about their session. So that is very exciting to see that. There it is. Backdrop CMS, a viable option for your Drupal upgrade. Okay, and we have at least one other member of our community that seems to be headed there, Matthias. So that's good.
all
So
right.
we'll have. He tweeted that I think that he's on his way to back or to Mountain Camp. We also, in terms of upcoming, on a related note, Justin has. We didn't get any sessions into Drupal Camp Asheville, but we do have a training there. So July 8th in Asheville, Justin is doing a half-day training on Backdrop. So those are two upcoming events. I had given some thought to trying to get out to Asheville, but I don't think that's going to happen at this stage. I've kind of ruled that out, although sometimes I make crazy last-minute decisions. We'll see.
Justin said that there was two things on the schedule.
Oh, are there?
So let's have a look. What did he say?
Sure. So, well, if anybody's interested, check it out. But this is an in-person event now. I think they might have some limited virtual events if anybody wants to check that out. But Asheville Drupal Camp has been very friendly and supportive of Backdrop in the past. And then I think, Jen, are you going to Denver or to Colorado camp? Somebody look and see if she's nodding. No? Didn't we have a training scheduled or not? No.
So I'm tentatively going to Colorado, but
Oh.
it's all pending COVID numbers because of my parents. So we decided not to do the training. So I was originally offered to do a training, and then Justin was gonna do it if I wasn't gonna do it, but we didn't quite get organized in time. So we've decided to postpone the training until 2022. Or sorry, 2023.
Got
But
it.
yeah, I can
Okay.
update the website.
Well, yeah. Training, yeah, we should just turn off that. I mean, I think we could still list Drupal Camp Colorado because, do you know if Justin's going to be there, even if he doesn't do the training?
Other people will be there.
Yeah, right.
Justin from who's doing the training at the other camp is not going there, but we have other Justin from Colorado who will be
Right.
there. So yeah, there's too many Justins.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. Well, we could leave the Drupal camp on the schedule, just remove the training. I think, because there will be Halloween, hopefully Halloween conversations.
On Asheville,
Mhm.
so Stanford are doing a session.
Oh,
So, well, Atten, Eric's
Yeah.
doing a session.
yeah,
And Justin's doing a session. So I think this is in addition to his training. He's doing a session overcoming backdrop barriers, module ports and themes.
nice. I was unaware of that. That is exciting.
Uh,
Nice presence at Drupal Camp Asheville.
mhm.
Okay.
There's also an event in the Pacific Northwest where Atten's doing the talk on backdrop. I forget which one it is, but I'll go try and find it and put it on the website.
Excellent. It's too bad we didn't get Mountain Camp on the schedule. So maybe we
That
needed
was-
to
That
to
was
re-
it.
okay. Maybe we need to that. Yeah, Mountain Camp is in Europe, not in the Northwest. We need to, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Davos.
in
It was in Davos,
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to maybe remind people to let us know to get things on the schedule. Actually,
I
on
don't know if
a
anyone's
related
planning
note, RG Piano was going to do a virtual talk at a Spanish sort of speaking meetup, and I know we tweeted about it, but it's not on our schedule, and it should be. I don't know if that's happened yet. Well, never mind. I'll try to look that up and get it on our schedule, and I should quit sharing my screen if I'm just bouncing around. We always need people on if anybody on other, particularly Facebook, it would be helpful to have somebody to help us promote Backdrop Live on Facebook. If anybody's active there, I will try to do a little bit, but my focus is usually on Twitter. Martin's doing LinkedIn. It'd be great to have a Facebook coordinator. What else do we have to do for Backdrop Live? I think promoting it and getting content scheduled and sessions is the big deal. And so, again, hopefully tomorrow we'll be all set to start adding sessions. Does anybody have any questions about sessions you're thinking about doing or want to talk about? As usual, I have a whole bunch of ideas I'm trying to sort out in my head right now. So.
I've got a couple of ideas, but I'm not sold on any of them.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so about the sessions, I was hoping to host a session on Saturday.
Okay.
Introduction to Backdrop CMS. So I was hoping to have you and Jane on that session by 7:30 West African time.
Right. That was this Saturday, right? Not at Backdrop Live.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Right. Yep. How's that going?
So let me just confirm again from you if you would be available to speak. You would?
Well, I am, but I think Jen was the primary.
Yeah.
I was backup.
I can definitely be there that time. It's on my
So
calendar.
I think I drafted the graphics, so I'll just need your picture and then I'll get it ready and then send across to you too.
Okay.
This how is this? Remind us, Gogo. Are you doing an in-person event, and then Jen is going to be beamed into it?
It's actually going to be on Twitter Space.
Twitter
Twitter
Spaces.
Space. Okay, so it's a virtual event, so everybody will be participating virtually. Okay,
Yeah. All right.
excellent. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Any other outreach? Well, anything else on Backdrop Live? Okay, why don't we go ahead and end this meeting? Give people, some of us have been in meetings 2 hours already. We'll take a short break. And then we have a dev meeting coming up in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so bye, everybody. I think there'll be one more outreach meeting before Backdrop Live. And then we'll see you then at Backdrop Live.
All right.
And